Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I can't believe I'm actually sitting here filming my best of 2017 beauty favorites. This is fucking insane. I also just realized this is gonna be the first video of the year. So happy new fucking year, guys. I hope you all had an amazing New Year's. Thank you so much for coming back and joining me in 2018. I can't wait to show you guys what I have in this video. I'm actually gonna be splitting this video up into about 3 or 4, maybe 5 parts, just like in each section, because this is gonna be a long ass video. This is going to be my base, skin, highlights, contours, all of my favorites for the year. I also just wanted to point out that the look that I'm wearing right now will be up on my Instagram by the time you guys see this. I'll have my Instagram link down below, that way you guys can like go and check it out. You can watch a tutorial and you know. Let's go ahead and get started. So if you guys want to know my skincare favorites, that is pretty much all of my skincare routine. Like every product that I use in my skincare routine is my favorite, basically. But I did want to shout out a couple of products that may not be in that skincare routine or that I just can't not speak enough good things about, if that makes sense. The first one is the Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Face Base. As you can see, I've used a fuck ton of this. Like I'm almost out. This is honestly such an amazing primer. If you have like really dry skin, this is so thick. It's beautiful on the skin. It just plumps up the skin, makes it look so glowy. This is kind of like my go-to moisturizer as well in winter. I just freaking love it so much. So this item of skincare I've been using for maybe the past 3 months or so. I've got a fuck ton of it left. Stop crying, mate. You're not going outside, you killed a bird. No, you're grounded. This is the Dermalogica Dynamic Skin Recovery SPF 50. I use this every single morning. If you hear my dog whimpering, I apologize. He wants to go outside, but he killed a bird, and I just put that bird into like a garden bed, so that way my dog doesn't see it. So I'm hoping the bird will like heal quickly and fly away before my dog gets to it. Anyway, this is the Dynamic Skin Recovery SPF 50 Broad Spectrum UVA High Protection Sunscreen by Dermalogica. This is the only sunscreen I have found that doesn't leave a white cast and it doesn't break me out. Obviously this is SPF 50, so do not use this if you are going to be taking flash photography, so that's why I usually use it during the day. I pop it straight on in the morning and it gives my skin the most glowy look. It looks fucking beautiful. I actually found out about this sunscreen through one of my good friends, Nakia Joy. So Nakia girl, if you're watching, thanks for having my back, girl. This next product I've spoken about in my skincare favorites. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Hydrating Oil. As you can see, I've used half of it at this point. I use this every single night. I do about 7 drops, like I use a lot. And then I literally just like rub it in my palms and then just press it into my skin after I finish all my skincare. After my cleanser, toner, moisturizer, eye cream, serum, essence, all that shit, pop this on right at the end and then just let it sink in. And then the next morning you wake up, your skin's gonna be so moisturized and plump and it's just fucking beautiful. I even mix this in with foundations that are way too matte for me as well, and I find that works perfectly. So if you guys have like combination to dry skin, you're gonna love this. I picked some primers that I have just been going back to constantly this year, no matter what the situation is. And although I've got a bunch of other favorites that I really enjoyed, I had to really kind of cut everything down and just go to the 2 that I've been using constantly, non-stop. So I ended up going with the Benefit Porefessional. As always, this fills in my large pores, my fine lines, my like wrinkles on my forehead, my Sharpay of a forehead. And then the other one is the Too Faced Hangover RX Primer. This is amazing for hydration. I actually have it on today. I used it underneath my makeup because my skin was feeling a little dry. And this just does an amazing job at moisturizing and hydrating the skin. It has a lot of water in it, which is really great for hydration, obviously. And honestly, they're both amazing. These are both amazing separately, they're both amazing together, just such a good combo. Okay, he's gonna like piss on the floor, so I better let him out, give me a minute. So now moving on to foundation, I had to once again narrow it down. I have so many favorites that really did me well for this year, and I'm actually not wearing any of these foundations on my face right now. But the first one is of course the Maybelline Matte and Poreless foundation. Such an amazing drugstore foundation. This is probably one of the best drugstore foundations I've ever used in my entire life. This is so cheap. It's like $15 or $20. It's not even that expensive. And it gives you really nice coverage. Probably like a good medium to full coverage. More of like a satin finish, not necessarily matte. Like matte to me is like L'Oreal Infallible. I'll get to that in a minute. And it's not like that. This is a little bit more dewy, has a bit more of like a natural glow to it. But honestly, this is one of the few foundations that does not crease on me, and it's from the drugstore, which is like even better. So if you guys are looking for a really good drugstore foundation, then definitely give this one a shot if you haven't already. My next one is of course my MAC Prolongwear. I've used this foundation for the past like 3 years, I want to say, and this just continues to blow my fucking mind. However, I did notice this year that it did start settling into my creases. I don't know how or why, because I haven't changed the way of applying, like I haven't changed anything, but maybe I'm just aging. I don't know, but this foundation is still fucking bomb. It doesn't crease anywhere near as much as some of my other foundations, and it has a really good finish. It has such a strong staying power. Like I've gone swimming with this on and it hasn't come off. I would say this is best for maybe someone who has more of like normal to oilier skin types, because this can be quite drying. My last foundation is of course the Maybelline. I'm done. My last foundation is of course the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte Foundation. Yeah, I guess the packaging is different to the one in the US. I don't know why L'Oreal had to do that, but whatever. This is matte as fuck. I love this foundation because once it's on, it stays on. Like it really, really does stay on. Keeps me matte all day. Like my nose doesn't get oily at all. Now it wants to come back in. So as I was saying, the only thing I don't like about this foundation is that if you don't have, like if you have texture on your skin or if you have any dead skin, because it is so matte and borderline drying, it does cling onto dry patches. So you need to be very, very careful. I only use this if I've like shaved the night before. That way I know like it's not gonna fuck my skin up and it's not gonna look weird. So yeah, I really, really do like this foundation because it does stay really well. If you do have dry patches, moisturize very, very well underneath and you should be alright. Onto concealers. I had to bring it back a quick minute because I feel like I tried so many new concealers that I was getting overwhelmed severely. The concealers that I've been loving this year have been the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. I haven't used this in a hot minute in some of my videos, but I use this almost every single time I go out. Like if I, like even if it's like just like out for dinner or whatever, I'll just grab some, swipe under the eyes once, bit on like any blemishes that I have on my face, dab it in, and it's good to go. I don't set it, I don't touch it, I leave it, and it's perfect. Because this is more of a matte finish, it does kind of set on its own. And I find that if I use too much powder under my eye, that's when it can kind of look a little bit obvious that I'm wearing makeup, if that makes sense. I would say this is like a definite medium to full coverage. This does not compare to any other concealer that I've used. You can't compare this to like the Maybelline FitMe. They're two completely different formulas. Like, that's not a dupe for this. It's not a dupe. Now, the other go-to for this year is the LA Girl Pro Conceal Concealer. You guys saw this coming. I have used the fucking shit out of this. This is my second tube of this in a year, which is actually really good considering I put a fuck ton of concealer on. I'm in the shade Natural, and then the last one I got was like Light Ivory or something like that, but I prefer this shade a little bit more because it has a little bit more peach to it, and that kind of cancels out any of my darkness. So I usually put this on like under my eyes, I leave it, like I let it go, and then I do my brows, and once I finish my brows, then I'll come in and blend it out. That way this kind of has more time to set, and that way you get more coverage out of it. It's like a really weird trick. Jackie Aina told me. I've been using that trick all year and I fucking love it. So go Auntie Jackie. All right guys, so moving on to powders. My favorite all-time powder right now, until I find something better, but I fucking hardly doubt that I'm going to. Of course, the RCMA No Color Powder. This is my third bottle. Second bottle. The one thing that I don't like about this powder is the packaging. It is so shit. It's such a pain in the ass to get product out of it. What do you want now? Oh, you just want to come watch me, do you? This is so cheap. It's like $20. It's made up of just talc and silica. So essentially it's just like talc powder, obviously cosmetic grade talc powder. But yeah, it's fucking amazing. Like it sets everything, it blurs my pores, it stops my smile lines from happening. Just a really bomb ass powder. I have not tried Auntie Laura yet. My next powders are of course the MAC Studio Fix powders. Guys, I've used these in literally every single tutorial this year, flat out. NC20 under my eye sometimes to highlight, and I use it to set down my base, like my eyeshadow bases. And I mix this NC35 one to get my perfect color. I use it to contour sometimes. Like I use it, like when I'm really pale, I'll use NC35 and I'll just contour the sides of my nose and it looks fucking amazing. My dreams just come true when I got these, honestly. Okay, now time for contouring, bronzer, blush, and then I'll get into highlights. Let's do this. My favorite bronzers of 2017 were definite, okay, I've got three. These two by MAC. This is Medium Deep Mineralise Skinfinish, a really gorgeous warm bronzer shade. It actually looks a lot more cool on camera than it does in person. But I used to use this to contour all the freaking time. I still do, especially if I want more of like a natural, warm kind of bronze. I haven't got it on today though. The other one is of course MAC Give Me Sun. This is like flat as fuck and I'm going through this. Give Me Sun is a lot warmer than the Medium Deep, but that's why I love it, especially if it's like really hot outside, you're going to the beach, like pop some bronzer on, some highlight, nude glossy lips. Ugh, amazing. So yes, Give Me Sun, and I've heard that Give Me Sun has broken some people out. I don't know what the deal is with that. I have never had a problem with it. The other bronzer go-to that I've been dying for, this is what I'm wearing on my cheeks right now, is the Mecca Max Sunlit Skin Bronzer in medium number 2. It is the perfect tone. It's not too neutral, it's not too warm, and it's not too cool. As you can see, it just complements my bone structure and it complements my skin tone, and it's just such a beautiful tone. There are 3 shades in this as well. I received this in the Mecca Max package probably 6 months ago. Since I got that package, I've been using this non-stop. Use it on myself, use it on my friends. It's just fucking amazing. Okay, so my first blush favorite for the year is the Benefit Rocketeur blush. This is honestly, it's what I'm wearing right now. It's what I'm wearing on my cheeks. You kind of can't see it because it's a very, very, very subtle blush. But this is the shade here. It is just a gorgeous kind of mauvey pink color. Mauve tones is what I tend to go for blushes. I really don't know why. It's just like, I'm just drawn to them. I just feel like they suit my skin tone a lot more, and this blush has just become one of my all-time favorites. Since receiving it in PR just recently, I've fallen back in love with it, and oh my god, it's such a good blush, you guys. Okay, my second blush is MAC Desert Rose Powder Blush. As you can see, this one's a bit botched, but this is honestly, you know, I'm gonna put some on now. This is honestly like one of my favorite blushes of all time by MAC. I used to wear this every single day when I was working at MAC, and I was working at MAC for about 2 years. As you can see, it is more of that mauvey, dusty rose kind of color. So yes, Desert Rose by MAC, absolute favorite. And then my last blush favorite for this year is actually a kit. It is the Anastasia Radiant Blush Kit. I got this more recently and I have not been able to put it down. If you guys have seen my tutorials, you know I'm using this in like every single fucking video because it's so beautiful. This shade up here is stunning, and like I even mixed these 2 shades together and they're just so beautiful. I would honestly highly, highly recommend the blush kit by Anastasia. I know that there's another one. Is it called Gradient? What is it? They also have another one which I guess is more catered towards deeper skin tones. This is legit like gray green. It's like really, it's like a very weird tone, but I guess for a deeper skin tone it could be good for contouring. I'm not too sure. And then you have these shades here which are more like that apricot terracotta kind of shades that complement deeper skin even more. The highlighters of this year, guys, there is a few here. So of course, I can't like not mention this Becca Champagne Pop. I mean, do I have to say more? I've used this so much, like it's ridiculous. I've used this on my eyes, on my lips, on my face, on my cheeks, on my body. Like I use this everywhere. It is such a gorgeous peachy champagne tone. If you haven't picked up Champagne Pop, it is permanent now. I'm pretty sure it always has been, actually, now that I think of it. And if Champagne Pop is too light for you, then they also have made Prosecco Pop permanent as well. So Prosecco Pop was the other shade that Jacqueline made with Becca. Honestly, this is my second one and I've already gone through a lot of it. So that just goes to show you how much I fucking love this highlighter. It's amazing. I was actually talking to Kerry Cole, who is a product development specialist at Becca, and she was saying that the way that they make their shimmering skin perfectors is they make it in liquid and powder layers. So you can actually use this damp on a beauty blender on top of your makeup and it will go perfectly, or you can use it dry with a brush. So I actually have a couple of drugstore favorite highlighters as well. This is actually just one brand, but these sleek makeup kits are fucking amazing. These are the highlighting kits, sorry, and these are in Cleopatra's Kiss, which as you can see has more of like those gold tones in there. This one here, you get 2 creams and 2 powders. And then we have Solstice, which is like the go-to. I'm wearing it on my inner corner right now. I'm using the lavender to highlight my face. You get 1 cream and then the rest are powders. These are so pigmented. What? And then if I swatch these, like, I mean, come on, those shades are fucking stunning. These go on like a dream. They blend like a dream. Honestly, you can't go wrong with these. They're like $15 from Target. So if you guys are looking for a new glow in 2018, then definitely pick these up. They're freaking beautiful. Of course, my next one is Jeffree Star Ice Cold. This has been my go-to. I freaking smashed this last year now. And I wanted to die, but that's okay because we repressed her. She's back to normal. I love how frosty this is because I can add it to like my inner corner to really brighten it up, or I can even layer it on top of another highlighter if I want to add a little bit more oomph to it. The only thing I don't like about these highlighters is that when used on their own, they can look very chunky. So you do have to kind of be careful or spray your face with some Fix Plus first. These are so pigmented, so be careful how much you use. Use a little bit as you go and then keep on building up. My lucky last highlighting product for the year is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Nicole Guerrero kit. I received this in PR. Oh my god, I'm gonna get my lips done. was about 4 or 5 months ago, actually. I've actually just been like, I got into a point with this palette where I've just been like, I don't know what color to use, so I literally got my brush and just swirled it in all of them. I was like, yep, that'll do, perfect, fuck yeah. And it looked amazing, like when you mix all these together, they look so bomb. Apparently there is a dupe for this out on the market. I think it might be by Makeup Revolution because they dupe fucking everything. Nikia actually mentioned it in her favorite highlighting products for 2017, so I will leave her video down below and you guys can go check that out and get your dupe because this is limited edition as far as I know. So guys, that concludes part 1 of my 2017 favorites video. I was gonna do like hits and misses, but I was like, better not. All of my products that are like misses to me, I just either throw out or I give to people that want them, so. But yes, I wanna thank you guys so much for joining me in 2018 once again. Thank you so much for watching this video. I love you, thank you for watching, and hopefully I will see you in the next one.